I got lights on too. Look, I joined the club. That don't help shit, bub. I got real seizures. Fucking power of suggestion. Whoop, whoop. I am the law. All of my answers are on the record with Twitter already. If you didn't look up first name David Randall, last name with no middle name, then you won't find anything. Department of State will even say I don't exist. So yeah, you gotta go by the first name basis, because there's two of them. Two first names, no middle name. And that's 100% official and legal. Done by the Department of State in 2013 after Canada confirmed I had a look-alike in Barrie, Ontario. And someone was crossing the border repeatedly. It's already been confirmed by the tribunal in Canada. Missing saga. Yeah, off my medical marijuana. And making an official statement and talking to my phone with a camera going. Fucktard. Where are you at? Fucking swear fuck for braids. And getting shot. Get a dirt bath, man. Get curved. And stay out of my zone. Yeah, well, guess what? While someone was in prison in California, I was in Zagreb, Croatia. That's a fact. That's official, too. Hey. Never mind me just doing a YouTube documentary of how I get by, honestly, without having to ask people for nothing. And, oh, thank the pot gods on that. And I've got epilepsy, so I appreciate that. That's official on the record. Yeah, I love when they do that, right? I used to have all the dumpsters clear from here to LaGrange on proper timing, and I knew when someone was just throwing soap in the dang things, ruining a bunch of food someone could have grabbed up. Yeah. Then they were throwing trimmings in, and then shingles. 3 years I was going through these dumpsters before that ever happened. You might get maybe every so often one illegal dump, but not this coordinated, not that consistent. And a buddy gave me a heads up. I used to drive around in a Corvette. Even street fam now. Yeah, I gotta be careful, you know, because I got a voice that carries, and my damn phone is like right here. It's a lot different than sitting there trying to do everything the old school way. And you know what? Out in Cruise, I was an MSR member, a gold member, and a messenger member. That means, you know, like an honorary status with Starbucks. And back then, we just had our little Starbucks coffee club. If you can get a cup, I'll grab you a refill. Or I'd pay it ahead. About it. And I had limits to that. I'd be like, nope, I can only get you one refill before you gotta grab 50 cents and pay them for it. I would give them one free refill and they had to pay for the second. I was helping people on the streets with their morning coffee, that's what. I was just, you know, sharing, you know, I wouldn't call it sharing the wealth, but the best I could share the wealth. When I get unlimited free refills, and someone else ends up getting their Starbucks coffee card registered just because, hey, I got them a free refill, but they got to pay for the next one, then they end up getting a dang Starbucks card and everything loaded up. It's kind of like a strange, and you got to put like $30 towards purchases to get back to gold member status, basically, within 40 days. Till then, get like, pretty much 50-cent refills. It's changed since COVID. How's it going? All right, they have zero interaction clause when they're doing that. That's like I was telling my buddy Rocky last night. I'm like, yeah, I go armed to the ATM when I go to get rent money. Armed to the teeth. And come on, you know, I can zap someone from 3 feet away with a damn Tesla coil set up on a microwave transmitter. Come on. All it requires is a forward broadcast point. You can send that shit lightning gun. Well, that's why I'd rather go out, live in a damn junkyard, because hell, if I had all my little tools I had in Lowdown, Ohio, I would have already had stuff built with a fully functional prototype instead of all this spare part stuff where you gotta half hold it together to and try to measure everything as you're holding everything together. And then do it with makeshift sensors instead of, you know, get actual real volt measurement on it, or an actual real nice oscillator on it, oscilloscope. Yeah. Now if I could just find a good blunt roach out of all this, just tobacco. You know what's fucked up? I couldn't even exercise without that. I think it's status epilepticus. It means non-stop muscle spasms. That's why I'm ripped. My muscles could actually rip themselves off my body in the long run, too. Yeah. I finally found a nice quiet fucking zone. I could instantly tell I was freaking... Shit, I got just recycled resin, tobacco and weed at that point. Just works enough to bring down some sensitivities and stop a full-on seizure. That's what. It's basically an emergency inhaler at this point. I've never heard it so quiet over here. I swear. A term is known as bagless and fearless. half the problem was in my travels, I was more of a traveling musician, or like almost like a gypsy. I'm more of a musician, telling stories like a bard. Well, that's nonsense. It really helps you stay separated from the vagabonds and drifters, but I'm not saying those are bad people, but you don't want to get thrown into that mix, especially in some local communities that are really tight-knit. They're jumpy to outsiders. Go to Europe and go to the villages right now. I bet every village is on high alert. Oh, these retards. I heard it was light sensors. Need your light sensor cleaned. You're on the camera there. So you can go ahead and play make-believe on what you thought I said. Yeah, your false accusation better come with a breathalyzer. Because you don't know how many times I've walked around with an empty beer can full of water just to punk your asses. And I was already punking you people when I was just smoking tobacco out of my dang glass pipe. You thought my OG chillin' was a crack pipe? Hell, so I decided to go play fake junkie for you. That's why I've been beefing with the TPD on this. Not only have I been criminally profiled, but there's a war crime that's been reported to Europe over your heads. Sorry to wreck you on that. So you better be detaining Nathan William Ray, Mark Walter Smith Jr. and Sr. of 3834 Martha, Pam Smith of Martha Avenue as well, Joshua James Betts, James Clark III, or they have less than 24 hours to live. Make it choppy. There's the words on the street already. It's do or die time, ladies and gentlemen. That is a war crime because I am a member of the European press, fully protected by the European Foreign Journalists Act, and a dual national of the Republic of Slovenia. Yeah, well, guess what? According to my blood work. For the last time, Kroger, I've been making videos on YouTube for the last 6 years. No, I am not. No, I am not David Millette. That is not a legal name, nor a legal person. Head back, bitch. What's the problem? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 clicks back for you to do that. You know what? Here, how about this? That's what I think of this nonsense. Ah, that's wrecked. Once I've got enough tobacco to sit on for a minute, do a fucking system reset since the phone was sitting there acting stupid. I had idiots in fucking Defiance think I was flicking them off when I was talking to my phone because my stepmother, Bobby Nillette, was supposed to be dropping off my property to me at that McDonald's and I was already a paying customer. Dude, I am ex-blood affiliated. Watch out now, that's fucking crab claw time and global. So keep it 1,000, fam. Because 100 ain't good enough. You sound condescending and stupid. Shit. Yeah, brought to you by Buckeye. Thank you, guys. Which, by the way, if I need to send email copies to them of U.S. official documentation to the U.S. Embassy, Department of State. Well, you got Mark Walter Smith's name wrong, and that's why they released him. There's 4 assault charges on Mark Walter Smith Jr. of 3834 Martha Avenue. You fucked up on 2, TPD. And I sent video evidence to the prosecuting attorney. So what happened to that? It wasn't a domestic dispute. I was hired as security under contract to watch his house while he served his time for open intoxication. And I still have that official police report and record of the court hearings as well. Because you never know who can hear what. Some neat little parts. Hey. It's about my best luck other than stopping at the post office. I already had anything. I almost could go all the way downtown on this and drop off that, but it's got the wrong name on it. I need to almost go to the library instead. I'm gonna have to go back for my vape. I can't do this much sunlight with seizures. I'm gonna be freaking sounding drunk in the next fucking 10-20 minutes walking anyway. Honest mistakes happen. Here's the funny thing. I've got a YouTube video going, that's why. Talk to the paperwork, Toledo. It's official government, Department of State, U.S. Embassy Consular Services, Federal Trade Commission, court confirmation. I'm a victim of international identity fraud. My family is missing in Europe since 2015 after they killed our second child. And this kind of shit, the only thing I can survive on. So I've got potatoes ready to go on the ground, but I don't got nothing but pots to put them in. Fucking hell, I swear. You know, this happens every so often. It's something like this, and you get residential trash going. Oh. That's nothing compared to what I've seen, like deliberate destruction of such things. If I would have gotten out here last night, those probably still would have been good. Well, sorry, I'm not lactose intolerant, so someone else got the wrong idea there. But I am allergic to pork. It makes me smell like a trash can. What part of U.S. official business from the U.S. government and foreign governments didn't you get? Honey, if I am calm as a bomb, press start, no key required, and I'm already on one. So what the hell you talking about, honey? Be surprised what you can pick up on the sound level when you live against a wall. About it, and there's probably some mail sitting there. They might have sent it out properly once more. It's about the only thing I got left to do. Sent it with the wrong name, they sent it with the wrong name again. That's about it. I have to call them and frickin' basically make a goddamn another line of calls going, okay, let's play phone tag and wait a whole month for you guys to call me back, right? If not more. Should just fucking sit there. As soon as 1 o'clock fucking comes back around, making that damn call back to Social Security. Good. Long enough walk to get back. Wow. Some rumors that were out there, I swear. Some people going to prison for it. You're criminally defacing a foreign journalist. So watch what you accuse things of. Your accusations will be used against you in a court of international law. You can write YouTube and then I'll remove you from it. Just like you can write your false accusations down and send them to my address at 1414 Tremainsville, Lot 15. So that way I can have a nice document of every fact and last thing you want to think I was doing on here on the record. Yeah, but there's the police that stole a laptop in Ohio and stolen research. It's already been recognized by the University of Toledo and Ministry of Arts and Sciences, Zagreb, Croatia, as legitimate. Honey, that's next to Italy. Literally and physically. The patient. I'm gonna knock your lights out if you fucking keep them on the daytime again, boy. Get wrecked. Apology not accepted. Be held accountable to the highest extent of international law. I went and fucked to save my family. Get over it. Nothing at all. Why would you even think It was actually an insult. It's called complimenting you with an insult and insulting you with a compliment. I swear. What's this foreign journalist doing here? This registered medical marijuana caregiver? Yeah. I'm here to kill your gossip. And my camera's running for this too. Pay no attention to them. They're wanted for treason and terrorism. Constitutional treason. and religious special interests, the cause was believed by force. Yeah, if you can't help me on the record, then you're not legit. I'm way too hot for you if you can't help me. Yeah, wave at the camera for YouTube. Whisper. Shh. I don't think people realize you can throw your voice under vehicles and use it as a carrier band. But, you know, not everyone's gone to school for that, like I have. I live with seizures. The only time I struggle is when people dick me around on weed. Just give me placebo shit and I go, yeah, that doesn't fucking do shit. Yeah, I got my light on in the middle of the day too. I joined the club. Then where's the breathalyzer at, honey? Suck my dick if you think I'm drunk. So where's your soothsaying charlatans at? And let's burn some papists at the stake then, and return the favor. I'll throw your devil and your damn Jesus on the fucking same cross in front of their failure of a God. Calling you out. Shut the hell up, wherever you is. You. Some bitch clear on the other side of the tree line there, across the street. Drop dead, woman. I woke up at 10 a.m. this morning. Goodbye. That was the whole point of this motherfucking video at this point, because it was real easy to feed into your fucking criminal profiling playing a fake junkie, huh? No, Slovene, next to Serbia and Italy. Eastern European Union. Bigot. As in, Americans and Russians could both be our enemies. From my side of the fence. Well, the Club of Rome is the only real enemy. Yeah, well, Club of Rome is barely anything new around here. Hell, you can at least talk about soft disclosure stuff up in Canada. But here in America, we're supposed to have freedom of speech. You don't even know what that is. You can't tell the difference between advertising, promotion, propaganda, and exercising common sense and rationality to express new ideas and concepts. Also, you don't seem to understand what class warfare is, since you let President Biden at this point, Mr. Mute himself, make the class system a holiday instead of, you know, the end of enslavement itself. For instance, I'm a sovereign freeholder under the 14th Amendment. Yeah, by the way, I threw out like 30 bucks worth of crack after someone gave it to me for free. Then I left it outside for 3 days and it got rained on. Well, you guys are too afraid to call in forensics on anything, so shut the hell up. You're criminally defacing a multinational, so shut your mouth, boy. You're on camera. Shut your mouth, boy. That's propaganda charge against you. Shut your mouth, subversive. You're subverting free speech. That's constitutional treason if you wish to continue. I wasn't in your fucking hospital, Michigan. Get over it. Well, the cops will never show up for any of you, but they will show up if I call them. It reminds me of that day where these people that are so stuck on their drugs and stuck in their own heads they couldn't even tell an airplane about turn Peak Avenue into a landing strip. But I enjoyed playing a fake-ass junkie for you freaks. And a fake-ass crazy for you freaks. Because I used the compromised profile versus the real profile I have under a new legal name that apparently you don't know. Go to bed, crackheads, or I'm gonna steal all your lunch money. And get weed and food with it. Because I got seizures and I don't have no appetite because of that. So guess what? Food about, if I don't have some medical grade stuff, which, do you people even know what real medical grade is? Because all you think is medical grade is just the shit that gets you super high or something. That's not medical grade. That's recreational. Then you have therapeutic after that. Then neuromuscular, neuroregenerative, anti-epileptic, anti-spasmodic, anti-neural inflammatory, and cellular regenerative is medical grade. So, don't get misled, Toledo. Because apparently someone's been rolling you for what you thought weed was. That's what. And I'm a registered medical marijuana caregiver. And I don't need God as an excuse to tell the truth. So how fucking virtuous do you feel? Oh, you got clean because God, not because of anything within your own being, right? Good job. You're still dirty as far as I care. That's okay. God protects fools and babies, but not people like me. I kill devils on the daily. That's like Jack the Ripper meets Marilyn Manson. Sup? Well, I don't trust people who have to use something else as an excuse instead of just their own honesty. Because you know what? I can trust you to be a liar if you is one. I can't trust what you'll be with God as an excuse. It could change instantly. Because belief is mental illness itself. Belief is a mental illness. Accept the fact, the truth. It's dark, and it doesn't need the light or your lies to exist. That's like telling these Christians are like, oh, the word of Jesus. I'm like, yeah, well, before the word was the breath. Yeah, well, David Nollet does not exist as a legal person anymore, so if you're going by David Nollet, that's been null and void since 2013, officially. Ah, it sounds like someone's been messing with your camera if you thought you knew what time I went to bed. That's why all of my videos are uncut, raw footage. Because video forensics can tell you if it's been cut. That's what you get for messing with Student Treasure, who got TV 25, their TV broadcast antenna, just in time for DTV switchover. Fucking assholes. Basically erased all my work. I was Hazlitt A+ public schools before I went to the alternative high school that they closed down already. So I could complete trade school. Because, you know, Hazlitt A+ public schools has their A+ record set because they basically just, you know, kick anyone out of the school and throw them to the alternative school anytime they're just not going to graduate on time. Because they have every one of their students graduate on time. It's one of them preppy white schools. Be careful. So I didn't have many friends, let's just put it that way. Most of my friends were out on the streets. Most of my friends stopped going to school. Most of my friends got stuck on drugs. And most of those friends I had to cut out of my life. Now, all I can do is accept donations at this point. I've got disability. And I generally work for everything I got, unless I'm like, hey, nothing's working and can't find no work, and go to 3 different gas stations, offer to take the trash out for a coffee or something. I'm like, well, if I go to Dollar Tree and, well, these people have helped me out with a week's worth of coffee is $1.25. You know? About a week's worth of milk is $1.25 for me. Because I can live on this budget. Now I'm just waiting for my cash to stack back up downtown because they messed up at this point. I should be getting $40 a week to live off, which is plenty, because I have no drug problem. And the only thing I have to do is get some medical marijuana, which is sometimes someone will hook me up with when it comes down to having real seizures and real paperwork. Sometimes I'll even go out there and rustle up myself as a service. Hey, my roach extermination is a curbside service, not asking for free roaches. I hold them so you don't get caught holding, because I can hold them legally and you can't. Don't you get is a service I motherfucking offer, because otherwise they'll have me on Fetty by prescription. So your choice. Because I'm already chose all natural herbal medicine. So much as I have an entire book on it. So I make YouTube videos too, in case someone thinks something else is going on. Now, when I just tell people how much it costs and how I live on a budget, and I'm officially disabled physically, not mentally. No, I'm autistic with seizures, actually, on the autistic side of the spectrum. High-functioning savant in some books. I used to be in the retard program because of it, too. I don't believe in dreams. I lack the tools to complete anything in reality because police didn't do their job, and they'll sit there and scramble for other people's false accusations on me. But as soon as I'm like, my shit got stolen, they don't even give me a fucking police report. Oh, this dude is threatening my life directly, and he just threatened my life in front of you physically. Why did you release him on the same day? That's why I'm beefing with the police right now. That's half of why I'm beefing with the police. You know what, y'all need to ask something like, what color was it or some shit. And by the way, I had a talk with his brother, and that's on a video I just uploaded last night. So look it up on YouTube, the story's already there. Give him something to find. You know, the kind of people that go through shit and nothing gets stolen, but you can tell someone went through things? Yeah, give them something to find. You think someone's peeping in on you? Give them something to see. Or is that just 2X Mafia for you on transferable skills to guerrilla warfare? Well, guess what? I never enlisted. I volunteered as an expendable through the French Foreign Legion during the Syrian migrant crisis. And come back to America to have a fucking midlife crisis where people wanted me to sell drugs too. And I'm like, nope, sorry, I'm a registered medical marijuana caregiver. The only thing I'm gonna be doing is growing specialized weed for actual medical care patients. And I don't help people with mental issues because I really think that's all in their heads. You know what? I think the majority of mental fucking issues is that they live in their heads and they ignore their own empathy, their own gut instincts. That's why they don't know why they're even anxious. They're surrounded by a bunch of crooked motherfuckers, and it's their own subconscious, quote unquote, and their understanding going, hey, warning. But no, because they're stuck in their own head, they go to the doctor and say, I don't know why I keep having nervous attacks. Oh, you must have an anxiety disorder. So the doctor just says, here, pop a pill. It doesn't, yeah, that pill don't do nothing but improve the fucking gaslighting scenario of the psychopaths you're surrounded by instead at that point. Well, you should go see an empathic doctor. Psychopathy is a genetic illness, not a mental one. And guess what? I'm too empathic, where I have to turn it off, so I might come off a little psychopathic. That's because if I were to actually sit there and go, you know, let me respond on an emotional level to this kind of disgusting insult that has been brought to my existence.
I don't blame you.
Anyway. Well, no one here has ever done me any wrong, so you won't hear me chomping at the brick or ever chewing anyone out from here. I will chew people out from Speedway for what you took me for, guaranteed. Like, expect me at random. Well, I'm down to I can either pop another Flexerol for the muscle spasms, or do this little roach I found and hope it's not laced with anything. But when you're more of in a shamanistic practice, maintaining your stentor state of being is more than just the mind. It's a different kind of, yeah, you almost have to learn to unlearn shit. Because what you know can turn on you if you don't comprehend it. And that's why you all go cuckoo on some of that shit. Because it brings out the fact that you've been hiding from yourself, honey. So pop a Zanny because it's probably healthier for you. I don't know, although some people could argue that crack cocaine's healthier than pharmaceutical. But I'd still tell those freaks to go chew on a cocoa leaf instead. It's as easy as I sat back and just used the simple aspect. Some fools thought I was just talking to myself at Mark's house there on Martha. Not realizing I had a cell phone going the entire time and transcribing with Google Voice to Text. And I still have that phone as proof. And it still has video records of the assaults on it. I've had the law involved the entire time. That's why I said something as outrageous as I am the law. I told you in the first place, fam, there's things worse than cops. And that's why I also told fam to move out's the way. I've got international heat, and it ain't a game. That means I'm pretty much followed around by what could be possible Interpol. International investigations are occurring in my missing family in Europe. An attempted murder on my life twice there. Way too hot. Or if you ended up screwing me over, the feds might just have a talking with you instead. That's what I did, was I limited collateral damages. The people stuck in the crossfire, the purple rain, I got all of that out of the way. So I could separate this beef as 100% real or fake. And it looks like baloney. I still never received a letter from them either. I'm getting so sick of this shit. I feel like a broken record calling these people every time at this point. That's why I record my video phone calls now, or audio, the phone calls with the audio with Social Security Administration. It's also why I started recording interactions with police, because they haven't gotten me a single report number that I need at this point, neither. Yeah, people who are unwitting victims of such. Now you can see it with dual polarized lenses. Comes off as a purple sparkle. Which part of America? I am David Randall. First name, no middle name. And I even fucking switched that over where legally I'm Zeth Nikonich. Legally. That was before the Centurion was invaded by scam artists, and yes, they have UN recognition. And now they've been left to scandal and smear at this point. But at that time that I provided proof and evidence to the court of my identification through them, they were still in good, it was still, you know, clear skies, so to speak. Which is real sad. Yeah, it is a real project, a real autonomous blockchain state, yes, with real citizenship, yes. It works in a perfect, honest world. It doesn't work with a bunch of people just trying to get over on everyone. Like a rat race, or lemmings running off the cliff at each other. I'm still trying to figure out, I've asked around. They say it's the light sensors. Hey, you might want to get your light sensor checked. Hey, you in the black truck across the street, you might want to get your light sensor checked. You might get hit by a semi-rig. You got one of your lights on the bottom out. One of your lights are out. Passenger. Lower running light. I'm evil, so you can't tell me what good is. So what's good? That's why it don't matter. YouTube. Yeah, Leroy Brown and his dog in the whole damn town. But they treated me like a dog instead of a frickin' alley cat, not realizing I go tooth and claw. Once you spook a cat, it's very hard to get their trust back again. Go Big O. We're not on the same team. You want to continue your criminal defacing of a foreign journalist and medical marijuana caregiver. Talk to the camera. And you say hello to YouTube. Some of these freaking human larva. Wow, I would have another family. The only time I would even care and gotten over my fear of children. Like creepy little fucking human larva. I'm sorry.